If you are uploading your private data to ChatGPT or using OpenAI as a LLM for your application, the data isn't staying with you, it's going somewhere. But what if you could run your own LLM on your machine with no internet, no API keys, and no data leaks? And in fact, you can do it with Ollama, which is an environment for running local open source LLMs. And it has a whole variety of models which are open source, which you can download on your computer, and the data will stay on your machine only. And it even has a UI, just like ChatGPT, where you can ask it questions. But the most interesting fact is that you can deploy it on server or use it on your computer and connect your application to these LLMs. And it's private, it's offline, and it works surprisingly well. That's why I built this. This is a PDF reader application built with Angular and NestJS using the local LLM, where you can upload a PDF and ask questions about it, and it's private and secure. And in this video, I'm gonna break down how it works from the interface in Angular to file upload, retrieval augmented generation, and local LLM on the backend. So there is a drag and drop area where you can pass the PDFs. It is built handling the drag over drag leave events, and it has an input which accepts only the PDFs, and when the file is selected, it is passed to the PDF service, where in a regular HTTP post request, it's uploaded to the backend. And after the upload was successful, a chat window opens where the frontend connects to the backend via the WebSocket, and user can send and receive messages from the backend, from an LLM effectively. For this, there is a chat service where we create a socket connection to the local host because we have a local backend, and user can get responses from the backend via the WebSocket, set the messages signal, which is then read in the template, and the message is shown. And user also can send messages which emits an event chat message to the backend with the question and the session ID. The most interesting part happens on a backend where the text from the PDF file is extracted, split into chunks, and then converted to the vector representations, and then the questions of the user is compared to this vector representation of the file chunks, and relevant file chunks with the user question are sent to the LLM, and LLM provides an answer based on the relevant information. So when the backend gets the PDF file, it extracts the text from the PDF and creates chunks from this text. It splits it into parts which have a dedicated length, and then these chunks are stored into the vector storage. And the vector storage is just a map where the session ID of the frontend session is a key, and the value are the chunks and their vector representations. And the vector representations are very interesting. When the user asks a question, a vector representation of a question is created and compared semantically to the chunks of the document. So we get the question embedding, and then we compare it semantically with the embeddings of the document. And then we get the top 3 most matching chunks from the document, and when we find them, we send these chunks to the LLM together with the user question, and then LLM creates an answer based on the relevant information and the user question. And when the answer is ready, it's being sent to the WebSocket back to the frontend. Now, the real question is, how do we connect to the local LLM? We are using the OpenAI JavaScript NPM library, which in fact can be used not only to connecting to the OpenAI, but also you can use it to connect to any LLM. And here we are connecting to the local host with this port, which stands for the local Ollama 3.2 model. This is how you can build your Angular and local LLM chatbot, which can process your private data or documents. And this is completely secure because it runs on your machine. If you found this video helpful, press subscribe, hit the like button, and I've got more content coming soon.